Just guesswork here. We're going off the stream.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Are we live?
I don't know.
Are we out there?
Joe's producing the stream. Let's
As
get
you can
Cam
tell,
back.
people at home.
Jesus. Oh, there's a comfort
Oh,
monitor. Thank
now
you.
we can see ourselves.
Are we on a boat? Why is it pissed?
Oh, is it?
Okay, now.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Long time? Been good?
I'm all right.
Been attacking potential owners of Manchester United, have we?
Nope.
You disgrace.
That's
How
slanderous.
dare you? I couldn't say that with a straight face.
Introducing my good character. That's a Google that.
What have you been doing, man? Why are you always involved in a madness?
Well, I don't know. I asked some questions. TalkSport asked some questions. United People's asked some questions. Guy's head fell off and made an hour-long video. Oh,
I'm just asking questions, Steve.
didn't answer the questions either. Which would have took him all of 3 minutes. But anyway, go on, what we're doing.
Oh, no, we're just here to chat about how you've been getting on.
All right, yeah,
That shit cracks me up, bro.
Oh, and then I had a team at the weekend say that I punched him in the throat.
Who?
Well, I didn't.
Who punched you?
No,
Oh, a team. Oh, sorry.
A team tweeted that
I thought you meant a team of cameramen.
No, they got battered. And then there was like, the referee did this, and then their gaffer punched one of our players in the throat. Why you'd say that, knowing that we film all our games?
You sound like a guy that would punch someone in the throat.
Agreed. And it may or may not have happened, or it was a kick, but, it may or may not have happened last season. But these are the things that you have. We record the entirety of our games. We had the non-punch in 2 angles.
Yeah.
Which we then tweeted, and the tweet is still up.
My favourite story, because obviously I've played like Sunday League, Saturday League, lower leagues of football most of my life. And the stuff that happens at that level is immense. But we've never had video cameras capturing it all. And it's like, I think it was last season, some of your footballs got robbed.
Yeah.
And just having that on camera, like that shit is the funniest stuff, man. And that's why Sunday League
So
football,
the best thing is, was the guy was like, I didn't rob him. He's on camera, taking it under his arm. So what happens is, it was a match ball that we played with. You see the ball go into the net. You see the ball come back out of the net because the keeper's kicked it in frustration. He runs. He was on the far side of the pitch. He picks the ball up. So you're like, okay, so that was the ball we were playing with. We have a photograph of it because we had some custom balls made with the logo on and stuff like that, right? So you see it's gone to there. Then it's like the 91st minute or something like that. The ball gets kicked back to the halfway line. This guy dribbles it towards the gate and then leaves, right? And then he's like, I didn't rob you all.
Running down the ball.
Those are my
The
balls.
road like it's a knockout. Oh yeah, I love that level of football. It's immense. It's crazy. But yeah, we're here today. It's deadline day and it's match day. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird.
I don't remember it happening like this.
Because it doesn't feel like match day today. Because I've come down here thinking we're going to chat about transfers and stuff, and then it's there's a game at 8. Leicester as well, away from home. Leicester need a win. I'm worried about that game. You?
Joe should be worried about that game.
Leicester?
Steven Gerrard.
Brendan Rodgers gets sacked. Is that your thinking?
Well, aren't they? If Leicester get a point, aren't they like ahead of?
I was thinking from the
Stevie
perspective
G?
that if Leicester are rock bottom of the table.
Yeah.
If Leicester win,
They need to win.
they'll go with Villa. Villa will be rock bottom of the table. But my thinking was,
2 men
United
that won
beat
the Scottish
Leicester.
League, by the way.
Rodgers gets sacked. Villa think, Rodgers is available. Sack Gerrard. And then Rodgers takes Gerrard's job. That would be poetic, wouldn't it? That'd be beautiful.
The man.
By the way, the lack of. I know you've spoken about this a lot.
I'm trying. I'm on a one-man campaign to make it relevant.
Yeah, but like, no one is making a thing of Steven Gerrard.
No, they're doing the opposite. I've seen Dean Saunders. I've seen Antony. He got a fucking text, right? Like, Gerrard needs time. No, he don't. Call him out. Just be honest.
Yeah, because they would if it was Oli or it was Arteta.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any. It's like almost like once you have that British passport, we feel sorry. We realize you have emotions. When you don't have a British passport, we think you haven't got emotions.
I saw your mate Rory going
which is our immigration policy
on Tommy
as well.
Tits, on Tuchel, right?
Our mate, he's mental. He'll do a video next week saying Tuchel in.
So he's done a video. I don't ever envisage myself. I don't really ask for managers to go anyway. I thought at the time Jose went, it was the time. The time Ollie went, it was the time. But I don't ever see me clamouring to sack a manager that has won the league for my club. And especially when it was, a year and a half ago?
Won the Champions League, yeah.
Yeah. Was it a year ago?
It's mad, innit? You'd think that would give you...
Was it a year ago?
Give you some protection.
14 months ago? Wow.
It's like when, because Rory will talk about Kai Havertz, like he's useless, and he probably is. But I think when you score a winner in a Champions League final, get away with some shit, don't you? Like, yeah, you're useless, but...
Can I have the comments on the screen, please, Joseph? Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? We are here to rate Manchester United's transfer window today. Before we do any like ratings with numbers and stuff like that, what have you made of the transfer window overall? Your general feeling towards it?
Surprise.
That it's better than it should, that you expected, or
there was at one point, what was the order that we signed them in? So we got Malacia, then Eriksen, then Martinez, right?
Then a low.
Yeah, and at that point, I kind of thought probably all we're getting. I feel like that's all we're getting. It was clear they had some sort of budget left, otherwise they
felt very Jose, Delo, Grant, Fred, didn't it?
3, and you're like, Jesus, lads, 3. You got Ralph out here telling everyone we need 10, and you get 3, and you go, fucking hell, you know. 3 players. Like, we've lost about 6. Like, we lost Pogba and Matic and Mata.
Lingard.
Oh, do you know what? Mata's only got to... Where's man got anywhere?
He hasn't got a team.
Not yet, he's not.
He's been linked with Valencia today.
Not yet, he's not.
Steve, get that out of your mind.
If I get his phone number, I'm asking the question. All right.
You can ask the question. I can DM Beyonce.
That's true.
Doesn't mean... You know,
she's
it's
not
like me going, oh, Beyonce's messages are open. I'm in there, lads.
Not really, because she's not single. He's a single man.
Yeah, that's true. Single man,
single man.
Yourself.
Listen, why don't you just come and stay fit?
Apparently, he's in talks with Valencia at the moment.
Valencia, Stretford, Paddock FC.
Same thing. And he'll be close. Hasn't he got a restaurant here, or is that close?
Yeah, it's his dad's restaurant. You don't got to move house. He's got horses. You don't know what the fuck them horses about. You know horses are notoriously hard to settle in a new country. Fuck it off.
You can't bring horses with you. Yeah. People bring horses with them.
Not since Brexit, anyway.
Yeah. Send them. Yeah. Beyonce would play for Paddock.
Come and challenge Nosa for number 10 spot.
Oh, yeah, she's very good at centre half. But yeah, we've signed Casemiro, Martinez, Antony, Malacia, Eriksen. Dubravka's looking like it's going to happen. Which signing of those are you more excited about?
What's he on about?
Chris says, great to have you both back doing a show together. Did you guys see the Michael Knighton interview? Who's Michael Knighton?
I
know who Michael
I watched
Knighton
a couple
is.
Minutes of it and thought, I don't need to be listening.
He's the former manager of Carlisle, right?
Allegedly. His word is he was a tracksuit chairman.
I won't believe Jim Ratcliffe's is buying United till he's doing kick-ups at Old Trafford.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
My initial sort of reaction to today, really, is following, I mean, Dubravka's here and there, and we'll find out if that's any pressure on De Gea in the next few months, I guess. But bringing in Casemiro and Antony, I thought there was some sort of a budget there. I don't think we were chatting shit when we tried to get De Jong. I think that the money was there after we'd signed Martinez. So I think
you reckon we would have maybe not got Antony, got Hackpole?
Yeah, I think that might have been the move. Yeah, I think that might have been the move. But obviously we flipped it. We went, okay, Frankie De Jong's not going to happen. I still thought we might try and throw a loan in for him today and just see how it was. But, it's one of those, isn't it? Bringing in Antony, I'm not impressed with his stats, and I don't know how well Eredivisie translates to the Premier League, but the way the manager has pursued him eases me a little bit.
He's spoken about quite highly as well by everyone that has kind of coached him, which makes you think...
That's it. He's not a dickhead, is he? Clearly, I mean, he might be a dickhead, but he doesn't sound like a dickhead because there's no way that a manager allows the club to spend 100 million on someone he's worked with for a couple of years, thinking he's a dickhead. So that eased me a little bit, thinking, all right, like if this was like Ralph had signed him or Ollie had signed him, I'd have a lot more reservation. But considering it's the guy that was working with him 3 months ago has just brought him here, it does chill me out a little bit.
Yeah, I like as well the fact that he seems to be a bit of a shithouse. Everyone that we've signed, Casemiro, Lissandro,
we signed character.
Yes, that's it. I don't like using that word, but we have signed a bunch of characters, and you'd feel like, without ever seeing training, that training levels have gone up because Martinez is chopping people up and Antony's going to be doing his 360 thing around.
Now, I don't want to use this as an opportunity to dig out Maguire, and that's genuine, right? I don't. But he isn't a leader and he isn't a character. And even the way he speaks, he almost speaks like he's unconfident. Like, can you imagine him trying to dig out Ronaldo in training, right? I'm just putting this out there, right? Can you imagine him trying to dig out Ronaldo? Excuse me, I don't think that was correct. Versus Casemiro digging him out, or Martinez. Martinez, I don't think will give a flying Frenchman's fuck, right? If he doesn't like what Ronaldo's doing, I think he tells him and probably threatens him. Like, that's the vibe I get off him. And sometimes I think that sort of shit's needed. I don't give a fuck how many Ballon d'Ors you won. Fucking run. Like, and I also get the impression that Ten Hag's kind of broke him down a little bit. And he's like, yeah, if he starts playing the way I want him to play, he'll start playing. And I think he'll do well and he does. That's, for me at the moment, Ten Hag is kind of on the Clough and Fergie playbook, and I think he's played a fucking blinder.
I think he's handled it well this summer.
There could have been so much more drama over Ronaldo.
Not just the Ronaldo thing, like the signings and all that. He could have been throwing his toys out of the pram. I imagine he was behind closed doors, but he could have been rocking the boat in training, slagging off everyone. He's been quite... Every time I hear him speak, I'm more excited to see United's next game. Like, every time I hear him talk about football or...
Yeah, but how tall is he, though?
Yeah, I know. You know that Nathan Ake is only an inch taller than Alessandro Martinez?
Yeah, but he's gash.
And he's got long hair in it, so it looks better. Yeah. Martinez, man. I didn't expect this,
How good he is.
Because
he's player of the year, right?
I've had no expectation
is there any more
of these
player of the year
players.
than him? He's player of the year.
Yeah, Malacia, I had no expectation of him.
No.
The only one that comes with expectation for me is Casemiro, Eriksen. Like, I know what they are. I have an expectation.
There's got to be an expectation with Antony being 100 million euros.
No, yes, but I haven't watched as much of him as I have seen of. So, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of an unknown there. I know he's played in the Champions League and all that kind of stuff. But like with the other lads, I know what Casemiro is. I know what Eriksen is. Martinez come in and I didn't really know what he was, and he's just this little shit ass. I love it. Little pocket.
That's it. People going, oh, wait till a big centre forward gets his... He's played against Nunez. He's played against Haaland. He's fucking pocketed the pair of them. He doesn't go head... Like, he is 5'9". He does need a step ladder to reach the top step in a petrol station, right? But he doesn't go and try to out-jump and out-muscle these big forwards. He does it really interesting, like the web of his finger and thumb, just on the hip. It's a foul, right? But it doesn't look like a foul, and it never gets called as a foul. It's like Harry Kane's little fucking job backing in with his arse to people. It is a foul, and he never gets called as a foul. It's just pure shithousery. It's clever if you get away with it, right? And Harry Kane's got away with it for years. If he gets away with doing this all season, like if we both jump for a ball and I shove you or I get an arm across your face, the referee is giving a foul 9 out of 10 times if you've seen it, right? But when you jump first, and I just go, because everyone's eyes are on the ball, right? And if I've not put my arm above my shoulder, it hasn't really drawn attention. And I've not done a two-handed shove in your back, it's not drawn attention.
Little elbow.
Yeah, it's just a little one on the hip, maybe at the lower back, and it's just put you off your jump an inch. And now you've headed fresh air, and he's gone on the chest and took it away. Fucking brilliant.
And he's been winning his aerial duels.
Yeah, he's the highest percentage of aerial duels only in the league.
In the last game, I think he had 5 out of 5. So you can't really complain about that. Andrew says all Dubravka's highlights are distribution based. Could we see a shock on our hands with Dubravka here?
We could, yeah, really could.
Would you be worried if he became let's say De Gea's in bad form, injured? Would you be worried?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
The manager's brought him in. He is someone that plays a distribution-based game. I don't know enough about his shot stopping, his command of the area, that sort of stuff. But I do know that he can play. And if that's what Ten Hag's identified is, hey, I want to play out better, well, he's upgraded left back, he's potentially upgraded right back job by just starting Delo over Wan-Bissaka in a playing out sense. There's an argument to be made from a defensive stance, but he's upgraded the right, he's upgraded the left, and he's upgraded the both two ball playing centre halves. If Varane stays fit, that's not something we had last year.
Sai says, do you think we have enough squad depth, especially in the forward areas? Also, selling Garner for 15 million without a buyback clause is a shit decision. What did you make of that?
Make of?
The decision to let Garner go? Because it seems like that's happening now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the money has gone for us awful. I think that's a bad situation. I think the no buyback clause, if that's true, and I've seen conflicting reports on that. Romano says there is, Laurie says there isn't. I think if you if that's the case, if that's true, that's not a good move. And I think we might regret that in the future.
How come we're selling players for so cheap as well, man?
Yeah, when you're seeing Gordon going for fuck knows how much he's been alleged to go for. Yeah, there's other players that have been going for absolute mad money, and you think James Garner's just... How many of them have just had... People can just besmirch the Championship all they like. The Championship's a very difficult league, and he's just gone and smashed it in there. 12 months away from a season in the Championship, Grealish went for 100 million. Do you know what I mean? After one good season in the Championship, all right, there's a bit more to it than that, but he has a good season in the Championship. He has a good season in the Prem. He's now worth 100 million. Like, I'm sorry, there can't be that much disparity.
You got Gordon people are asking 60, 65 million for him. Wesley Fofana was 85 million, which is incredible. If
Garner goes and outperforms Gordon now at the same club, surely he comes back worth 75 million. Now, I don't know if there is a buyback clause, but I think we've fucked ourselves there a bit.
We've got a few more. I've answered that one. Peter says, big up Adam on the centre-back video with Boovy and Flav. Fought Martinez his corner and spitefully trying to ruin the rest. Wait, what's it say? Ruin the rest of the selections to quality. Yeah, let's not defend anyone else's players, eh? Gibbs White was quite a lot as well, 35, 40 million.
Yeah.
Something mad like
Joe's just put apparently 20% profit sell-on fee, but that doesn't mean how much we can buy him back for, though. Yeah. If we've not got a buyback clause, that's mental. We get 20% of the profit, or a 20% discount, I guess, if we're buying him back.
Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted, Frankie de Jong is staying at Barcelona, no doubts. He never changed his mind. Is he an idiot?
De Jong?
Look how disrespected.
No, I think he's been shafted.
They agreed a deal with another club. They trying to force him to reduce his wages. He's staying there without a reduction, by the way, which is going to be interesting to see how that develops. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he joined us in January. But
sticky situation.
If I was him, I wouldn't want to stick around for too long. He has to just.
No, it might be like Javi's sound of you, and he's like, mate, it's the owners. I think he's on the most, or very close to the most. So it makes sense for them to try and reduce his wage. But yeah, Barcelona's run mental. Yeah. Like the fact that they went even bought players this year. How did they even figure it out that they could register those players? Because they weren't allowed at first. They had to reduce their wage. They didn't, and now it's like, yeah, we've just
this around and that around. Like it's carnage.
Selling off 25% of your TV revenue for the next 25 years smells like we're not going to be here in 25 years, lad. 25% for 25 years.
But they sold like 25% 2-3 times. Then they've got 25% left.
Fuck.
Like, they've had it.
That's literally someone going, I'm not going to be here. Fuck
I need some of them
How much do you want?
like.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, man, it was carnage. Ray, welcome to the first team. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well. Become members. So Frankie de Jong seemingly put to bed. So Manchester United's business. Casemiro, Martinez, Antony, Malacia, Eriksen, Dubravka coming in. On the way out, Andreas Pereira, Bailly, Pogba, Lingard, Matic, Cavani, Tellez, who's loaned out, Henderson loan, Ahmad, Hannibal on loan, Alvaro Fernandez on loan, Tahith Chong permanently going to Birmingham City. You got James Garner possibly going out to Everton. Juan Mata possibly going straight for Paddock on a free.
Heard it here first. We are interested.
You got more chance of Lee Grant?
If he wants to pay his subs. We are a right back away from not being a starting 11. Yeah. Henderson in net. Tellers left back.
Fernandez right back.
Yeah, throw Fernandez right back. There's no centre halves, is there?
Tellers right back.
Oh, Bailly. How will Phil Jones survive another window?
Mate, I reckon he just disappears for the summer. Doesn't turn up until September the 1st.
Someone's like, give us your phone number, Phil. I ain't got a phone.
yeah. I'm off the grid, me.
Yeah, why? Fucking Google, SpyNet and all that lot. All right, okay.
It's like Dwight Schrute.
Phone.
Beat farm and he don't appear.
It's like, all right, well, how do we get in touch with you? A club wants to come in. There's no clubs.
Yeah. He's, how is he? He's carnage, isn't it?
It's honestly
he was offered a move to DC, wasn't he?
Maybe. He didn't know the language, though, so.
But then it's like, as well, like, why would Phil Jones go to America? Imagine Phil Jones living in America.
Yeah, he doesn't know the language.
Yeah, he wouldn't know the language. It'd be weird for him. I don't know if it could happen. But he shouldn't be at United. And weirdly, we could need to rely upon him. I think letting Eric Bailly go on loan, although he's always injured in that. Let's look. We got Varane and Martinez.
Tedden's not going.
Varane might get injured. Tedden's not going.
No, Tedden's not going.
He's involved in the first team squad.
I don't know how much I can say, but he didn't go on the tour because he was injured, and he's rehabbing his injury. So I think he's missing the window purely on the back of rehabbing that injury. So he's going to be around. And for me, I think he's a brilliant player anyway. Learning off Martinez, learning off Varane. I think he can easily find himself fourth without a shadow of a doubt in that list.
Well, you've got Lindelof and Maguire there behind Varane and
Sorry,
Martinez.
fifth, actually, yeah. So you've got Maguire, you've got Lindelof. He can easily scooch up into that
Axel's
mix.
still here, probably leaves on loan or something.
I don't know how Axel's still here. He's one that I think is going to go. I think Charlie Savage is going to go. I think Zidane's going to go. I think there's a couple more in the mix to go.
That he wants Garnacho and Zidane for the first team, which maybe explains why Garner's been allowed to leave. And Hannibal. Maybe Hannibal comes back next season, Zidane goes out on loan. Maybe it's one of them kind of things. But yeah, I feel like Garnacho will be an interesting one because he'll get a chance. So with those being the outs, those being the ins, we still need 3 or 4 more, don't we? Right back, midfielder.
I'm torn
attacker.
between like a 6 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10 because there's been undoubtedly quality and character which we've really missed. We've not signed any quality or character like this for a long time. So it's easy to say, give it a good score, but at the same time I can't give it too big a score because when you look at the sheer numbers of players that have gone, you know, you've lost first-team players in Cavani. That's not been replaced. You've lost Pogba. You could say Eriksen's probably replaced that. Relatively like for like, I imagine. Eriksen's probably doing a little bit more consistency than we saw out of Pogba, but it's like for like. You know, you let Bailly go, you bring Martinez in. I say that's fine. You know, you've not weakened yourself there. Pereira, Zidane comes in, that's that dealt with. Juan Mata, that's not been replaced, in my opinion. You know, you've allowed some promising youngsters to go. Dean Henderson for Dubravka.
Amad Diallo, by the way, 35 million or something.
Him and Palestri, I never really thought there was much in either. I think they gambled, didn't they?
Man.
Have they gambled? Have they gambled on potential?
We've
and
had
just
no
been
money
rinsed?
yet, but we spent 50 million on that pair. Like, it is. That was in a summer where we went, oh, Jack Grealish cost too much. Like, do you know what I
remember
mean?
being live right there. We used to have that mural there. I remember being live right there, and we tried to do some research on Palestri when he signed.
Gary.
And his highlights included fuck-ups. And you're like, there's obviously not enough footage of you here to make a decent video, but if you're including fuck-ups in someone's highlights, he ain't that good.
Mm.
And I didn't think there was that much about him. I think he had a decent loan, didn't he, last year, but still, not. There wasn't enough from him. And the fact that Ahmad couldn't get into the Rangers team is bad.
I don't care if it's Mohamed, Ahmad, Diallo. Can't get a game. Guillem Balaguer tweeting about a bombshell happening at Barca. Guillem Balaguer doesn't know what time it is.
What's Guillem Balaguer done?
He said there's going to be a bombshell happening at Barca today. Are they going to pay their electric bill?
Yeah, are they going to pay some of their creditors? Are they going to go over $1 billion in debt?
They're going to pull another lever, are they? Do you want Barcelona to go out of business? Or do we need...
Here's the thing, right?
Do we need clubs like that to stay existing?
They are the poster boy for fan ownership. So it's proper shit that like the big poster boy for fan ownership is run like a fucking absolute nut house, isn't it? That's annoying.
Did you watch the Figo doc?
I started to, but it's not in English, is it? So I was struggling. Unless have I got it on the wrong settings?
Steve, man.
What?
First of all, if it's that much of an issue, you can change it so some weird English fella's speaking over Figo, and he sounds like he's from Yorkshire. But can't you just...
I signed for Real Madrid, and the bastards threw a pig face on the pitch. Didn't matter though. I still fucking bagged.
Yeah, you hear his Portuguese tones underneath, and you hear that on top. But no, it's really just read the subtitles, man. What's wrong with you?
Because I'm watching Netflix to be entertained, not work.
Yeah, nah, come on, you get entertained, read and entertain, innit?
Do you know you can draw a line from that transfer from Figo going to the shit show that Barcelona are in today? Because that was when they started going bananas with their release clauses and their wages to keep older players because of that transfer. So that transfer is literally like ground zero for the absolute shit show of $1 billion.
His agent done him over, so bad.
Did it?
So Laporta's gone, right, I think it was Laporta. Not Laporta, the fella at Real Madrid, what's his name? Perez. He's gone, if I'm president of Perez, if I win this vote, I'm signing Figo. So his agent signed a pre-contractual agreement with him that year. But in that contractual agreement was, if you don't sign for me, you owe us 30 million. And Figo didn't sign it, but he was being held, like his agent was being held to that agreement. So he's like, all right, I guess.
And now that man looks after Frankie de Jong, allegedly. Or sounds like. That sounds like the sort of advice Frankie de Jong had. Yeah. So what it is, right? This new contract. Yeah, don't worry about that. What? How much? 17 million a year. Right. Well, that's going to be 3. Okay. The rest of the money, we'll keep it safe.
Yeah. It's just mad. It's mad. But yeah, that's what his agent did to him. It was an amazing time, man. And that pighead thing happened 2 years. So it didn't happen in the first game back. That hatred was still boiling away for 2-3 years.
Oh, I don't know if there's a comparative transfer in English football. That was huge news in England at the time. I can remember that at the time.
Oh, yeah. It was massive news. I think the pighead was front page news, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, who?
I can't get a lid on my fucking lilt and someone's taking in a pighead in. Where the fuck you putting that?
What's the most comparable of modern
Sol
era,
Campbell?
Premier League era?
In the Premier League, possibly Sol Campbell.
Tevez?
But like, what are Tottenham fans going to do? Throw a fucking cork of a bottle of wine on?
That's the last I properly remember hating one of our former
Throw
players,
a fucking
Tevez.
cucumber sandwich on with the fucking crust cut off.
Sounds good, that.
Realistically, like, what is the what are Spurs going to do? Write a fucking letter to their MP from fucking Tunbridge Wells? Honestly, if you was going to go to war with anyone, I would be so happy to go to war with Spurs fans. Because what are they going to do? Write a letter?
Why are we going to war? No, but Tottenham, N17. Some ends, that is. Tottenham is. The actual ends.
So a man swung for me once in there. You was inside the stadium, I was outside getting fucking swung at. And a guy swung for me, missed and fell over.
Well, it's always North London, isn't it? Always North London. What's wrong with North Londoners? They hate us, don't they? I hate Arsenal, you know. We got to beat them on the weekend, man.
Yeah.
They're so happy, I hate it.
The thing is, right, look who they've played.
Let's wait till we beat them on Sunday before we start saying that. Right, 10 out of 10.
And even then, like, you know, we're showing signs of turning this shit round. I still fully expect us to not fucking beat them. They're gonna be crowing until October. In October, I think they play Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool City, Leeds, someone else, Nottingham Forest, and then 3 Europa League games. That's when was that right? By the way, let's have a look. How fucking right was that? Tottenham, correct.
Brentford,
was the rest
Tottenham, Bodo.
No, Brentford,
Liverpool.
Arsenal. Sorry, Arsenal, obviously. Tottenham, Liverpool, Leeds, City, Southampton. Oh, and Nottingham Forest on the 30th.
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea on the 5th of November. It was the Southampton Chelsea got wrong way around. And then 3 Europa League games. They're going to fucking crumble. That's when it goes. Like, even if you fucking beat us this week, right? October is when you get the fucking flags out again.
Yeah, hopefully. My score out of 10 is 7.
Yeah, I'm going to say 6.5.
Yeah, I think you could be right, but Ragnick was right. We needed 10 players. We really did need 10 players.
And what was I think striker.
We need a striker. We need a winger.
Maybe another midfielder.
Another midfielder.
And a right back. Yeah,
4. Just 10 players. And you could argue we probably need to push 2-3 more out and bring it. So the next couple of windows are going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if January is a very busy window for us compared to.
Not traditionally, is it?
Januaries.
It depends. If things look correct, like I said, Ten Hag's making all the right noises, isn't it? I think if it looks correct, and we're like, do you know what? If he just had I think he might get it. He might get it.
Saggy says, what does selling Ghana mean for all the loaned players? I felt a little bit Hannibal on loan. Oh, you're going to go do well, and then we're going to just sell you. But it's not right. It's not every player's path is the same.
Ethan Laird's out here banging fucking goals and assists left, right, and centre.
Maybe, yeah. The boy wonders Zidane Iqbal's been playing in training, and Tanar's gone. I don't even have space for James Garner. because he don't know who James Garner is.
No,
he don't have the
where's the
affections for
reports?
James Garner that. Do you know what I mean?
Where's the reports that, hey, this kid fucking rasped it up in the championship last year? Like, I can't believe James Garner looks worse than McTominay in training. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'd rather have sold McTominay for 10 million to someone. And by the way, I watched Longstaff yesterday. How bad is he? Remember, we were being linked with him for £50 million. Jesus Christ.
I so thought we were going to do it.
Ollie would have got us Erling Haaland and Sean Longstaff. Imagine that.
24, he's coming.
I have this strong feeling that Garner will go on to become the next Scholes or Carrick, might become the next Roy Keane. It's a Pogba 2.0.
Calm the fuck down.
Fig Glazers. He's managed to get in like 4 great midfielders into that. Scholes, Carrick, Keane, and Pogba, and link them all to Garner. You're hedging your bets, but you might be right on one of them. It is a bargain though. 15 million for
Harry
James Garner.
Hatchett says, "Why do I talk the way I do?" What the fuck does that mean?
Phil says, "What's the news on Ronaldo, guys? I joined late, so I apologise."
He's travelled with a squad, hasn't he?
Has he?
I think that's it. I think it's game over. I think for him going this summer. I thought yesterday the news or the quotes that sort of come out from Ten Hag, I thought that they looked like a little bit of make-up sort of. I back this guy. He's just, he's missed a bit of pre-season. We'll get him up to speed and then he's going to play. I got them sort of vibes from it.
Yeah, I felt that. I think Eric Tenard's been fantastic the way he's handled it. Yeah, so that's it.
Apparently he's saying, why do I say he rasped it up in the championship? Like I've not said that word before. What are you talking about?
No, I think he's just quoting you in a good way.
No, he's saying, why do I talk like that only when Adam's on? I literally talk like that.
Steve knows I'm from the streets, so he tries to, what is it called? Assimilate.
It's also a word I use.
He's a chameleon, isn't it? Nah, he always says that. Should listen to him when he's at home. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in.
Simon Bennett says 0 out of 10 poor window. I can't.
You know he's
agree
an
with
absolute wind-up. He's probably an Ajax fan. just fed up.
If you're an Ajax fan, it ain't been great, have you? Who've they lost? Gravenberch, your manager, Antony, Martinez. Who else have they lost?
The fella today was.
Oh yeah, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up because they've not had a good window. Did they buy anyone?
No, but they also.
Oh yeah, they brought Bergwijn, didn't they? Was that this summer?
But they also had that fella.
Right, so they've had Haller's gone to Dortmund, Gravenberch went to Munich, Per Schurz has gone to Torino, Tagliafico has gone to Lyon. There's not been a great window for them. And your manager going.
And
they did make nearly 200 million. Go up to who they signed.
Kubus and that. What's his name?
Who did they sign? So they brought in Steve Bergwijn for 28 million. They brought in Calvin Bassey from Rangers. Eesh. And Brian Bobley from RB Leipzig. Owen Windle from AZ Alkmaar. Kaplan from what? Yeah, Brian Bobley. I know it's Bobby.
It's not even Bobby.
Yeah, it is. It's Brobby. Fucking hell.
Mr. Brobby.
Lucas Ocampos is a decent signing. Have they got him on a free or a loan? Lucas Ocampos ain't a bad signing.
I thought he was a football director.
No, it's George Campos. Is it? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. It was Frankie de Jong signing for us this year, next year.
Who the fuck knows?
Is Frankie de Jong the new Schneider?
Oh, could be.
Could be, innit?
Could be. We're going to get linked to him again, aren't we?
Yeah, no, again, defo. For as long as Ten Hag's here.
Because here's the problem, right? You look at this side now, and I think Eriksen kind of fills a role in all the midfield positions. I don't know if he's able to start 55 games this season.
We can't put him under too much strain, man.
Can't do that to the man.
No, good idea.
But if you had Frankie de Jong and Casemiro and Bruno, that's a sexy midfield, isn't it?
Oh, mate, that is the best midfield. We're winning the fucking lot. Just quickly make Frankie de Jong happen. Listen, guys, it might happen.
Hang on. Rahul says,
So
Steve, have you checked United's fixtures in October? No, I've not. Let's pull them up, please.
Yeah, but when you look at United's fixtures, every team
Also,
that you play against, you go, we'll beat them, we'll have them.
Also, I'm not out here fucking claiming United are going to win the league. I think we might sneak into top 4.
Man United fixtures.
There we go. Fixtures. There we go. 2nd of October. City. That's a win, right? Ammonia. That's a win. Everton. That's definitely a win. Ammonia again. That's 4 out of 4. Newcastle. Shit'em. 5 out of 5. Tottenham. 6 out of 6. Chelsea. 7 out of 7. Sheriff. Shoot them. There's 8 out of 8. And then West Ham. Is that West Ham? Fuck the lot of them, right? That's. I don't even see us dropping a fucking. I don't think we'll concede.
Does that ammonia smell like piss?
That's what I said.
Did you? Shit.
Where is it? We're away.
Should really listen.
We get an away in Cyprus, and it's fucking the 6th of October. Bastards.
Did it Sheriff beat Thingy? Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Is that the same Sheriff?
No, it's the deputy.
But I did not. Cyprus average temper. Yeah, it's still 26 degrees in Cyprus.
Not in October, it won't be.
No, it is, man.
No, but it won't be.
Look, can you sunbathe in Cyprus in October? What does it say?
Where's that? Searches in your area recently.
In October, the weather in Cyprus.
Yeah, the problem is though, right? Iron Upper closes on the week before, right? They might try and extend it just because it's going to be about fucking 5,000 Reds jibbing over. But like,
should we go
Iron
Upper
Upper
and just stay there till there?
Closing parties. Can we Google closing parties Iron Upper, please? Who do we play that week? We missed a derby.
Should we do a watch along in Iron Upper?
Yeah. Iron Upper closing party defeats his room. Another page ain't working.
Party hard travel.
7th of September.
I mean, he's ended up in some old Facebook groups from 2007.
Joe's just finding out what time the closing parties were in 2001. Fucking banging them ones.
Yeah, well,
when people actually went to Iron Upper.
Guys, let us know. We'll do a watch along in Iron Upper. Do you own a pub or a bar in Iron Upper?
I got a family in Iron Upper. Well, actually, quite a few places in there actually.
Is that where you kind of tan come from? Your tan side?
What the fuck?
Because you have a bit, you catch the sun easy, you don't?
Yeah, I tan well, yeah.
Yeah, you do. He's a better tan than me today. Look at him. Where have you been? Running around the hills.
Yeah.
Been running up them hills.
I don't have that song on though.
You don't put that song on?
No, I usually have a little bit more aggressive.
If I'm running
music
up the hills, I'm defo listening to a bit of Kate
I haven't.
Bush.
Joe, what? Just for you, I'll do it the next time I'm up an hill.
Can you do it on your Instagram story?
Yeah.
Yes. Barbara Bush. In my country, Barbara mean to eat. Bush mean virgin. Barbara Bush.
Complaints to the usual places. Thank you.
Subscribe, please. Please subscribe. Please. We need to hit 700,000 subscribers. It's so long, man. Why is this so long?
I will open palm slap him to the face for every 1,000 that we get. Deal? Deal. He says deal. Off camera, he says deal.
We'll bring Jay on. He's completely sober, so he won't feel it. Yeah, we'll bring Jay back. Jay will get slaps. Subscribe, please. Also, subscribe to his channel, my channel. Go check us out on iTunes, Spotify, and that. Our podcasts are on there sometimes. If you can't watch the videos, you can listen to them. Innit? That's the beauty of technology these days. We're everywhere.
Coming in your ears.
Watch along later.
There's a game later.
We're doing the watch along, then we're doing the deadline. Deadline day is done now, innit? Deadline day is done. But join us anyway.
Who have they got outside Old Trafford? Is it Melissa Reddy?
Props.
Bring back James Cooper. That's a fucking scandal.
Sorry, Melissa. It was him, not us.
I confidently think I speak for all United fans here. Bring back James Cooper. Fuck Melissa Reddy off.
And on that note, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment and sharing. See you later.